Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have yet another thrifted activewear haul. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, my name is Allie, but I go by POSH ATHLETICA here on YouTube because it's a reference to my Poshmark closet called POSH ATHLETICA, and on there I only sell like trendy or luxury high-end activewear that I find thrifting. Yeah, I do resell on other platforms as well, and I have a second Poshmark closet, but my POSH ATHLETICA Poshmark is like my main reselling account, and that's like how I first started, was just with that Poshmark account. I basically started because I'm a kinesiology student and I'm a Muay Thai fighter, so like activewear is all I wear, and like that's kind of what I know the most about. So yeah, if you're interested in learning about more activewear brands that resell for like a good amount, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already to this channel, because that's like all I post is like activewear hauls. So yeah, anyway, this haul I actually picked up a few shoes, so maybe we'll start with the shoes. The first pair are these On Cloud, or these are not On Clouds, these are like trail running shoes from On Running. Yeah, they're a pretty pricey brand. I post on my Instagram, like some of my Goodwills are kind of catching on, and like they put some, like there's like a pair that I post on my Instagram, they like put them locked behind glass, and like they were like $60. So yeah, but these were not marked up. I think these were like $7.99, which is a great price. They're not in like, well, they're in pretty excellent condition, but there is some wear like around the edges. So yeah, but for all these shoes, I'm definitely expecting over $50 for all of them, which is pretty great. This next pair is a pair, these are just regular like road running shoes. They're from Hoka. Okay, I'm like, so like I don't identify as a runner, but I do run, and I have like I go to like I have like running shoes, and like it's Hoka One, not Hoka One. But yeah, so Hoka One shoes. Yeah, these what I like about like a lot of running shoes is like they have the style name like in them, so they're like super easy to look up. Not quite like, I know these aren't like the most current like version of these shoes, but I'm still expecting like a pretty decent amount, like 50 or more, like I said, for all of these shoes. And then we have another pair of road running shoes. These are Brooks. Brooks are my running shoes of choice, if you care. But yeah, these are Brooks. These ones are men's. The previous two I showed were women's. So yeah, these, they say it on here, they're the Levitate 3, and I'm pretty sure I looked into it because like Brooks, like obviously like all shoes, like, you know, there's different, they come out with like new models like every year, so I didn't know how current this model was. They're the Levitate 3s, like I said, and I believe like the current version is like the Levitate 5 or something, so they're not necessarily the newest, but they're in really great condition, and they're like the knit style, like almost like sock style. So I thought someone would still want them. They're in great condition, like I said. So yeah, then the next two pairs are actually the same, definitely donated from the same person. They're two pairs of Nobles, which are like CrossFit, like functional training shoes, and they're high tops. They're a men's size 12, both of them. And so yeah, I've found Nobles before. I love selling Noble, and I do CrossFit occasionally, and I kind of follow CrossFit, like very little, but like I do. And so like in the past, like the CrossFit Games was sponsored by Reebok, and Reebok did all the CrossFit gear. But this, like the past CrossFit Games, that was like last year, it was actually sponsored by Noble. So I feel like that has increased the desirability of Noble like in the CrossFit community. So yeah, I'm expecting like a pretty decent amount for these. These ones also, they're not necessarily in like new condition, but like the minor flaws on them do not affect the shoe's performance at all. So it's just like minor like cosmetic things, like maybe some loose threads or something. But yeah, I love selling Noble. Like CrossFit shoes can do really well. Like I said, like Reebok used to be the official like CrossFit sponsor, so like honestly I don't even know if people still like Reebok CrossFit shoes. So personally, like I wouldn't pick them up. But like Nike Metcons, those are my CrossFit shoes. They're super popular, but like, you know, Metcons have been around for a while, so I would just, there's different versions, so I would make sure like before you like pick them up or like spend a decent amount on them, I would like make sure they're a more recent style. But yeah, obviously Noble's probably like the most popular CrossFit shoe. So yeah, they also make apparel too, so like that stuff does really well. I've sold sports bras before. I don't think I've sold leggings, but yeah, sports bras have done really well as well, like $50 for a sports bra, which is like pretty great. So yeah, now moving on to the clothes. First up, this was super exciting. It's like, I love selling this brand. It's just this like zip front strappy back sports bra from Balance Athletica, not to be confused with Balance Collection, which is like I would never pick up, but Balance Athletica, their logo is kind of just a triangle. So some of the stuff, it says Balance, some of it just has a triangle. But yeah, it's one of like the Instagram popular like brands, because it was like founded by fitness influencers. So yeah, those brands always do pretty well, and I love selling them. And Balance, like their collections are normally like limited release, so like it's like one and done. Like if you're not able to get your hands on it, like they're not going to be restocking it. This bra though, like maybe if it was one of their prints, like their like limited edition tie-dye stuff or something, like I would be expecting like a pretty decent amount. But since this is just like, you know, black, and like they might have even restocked this one, I'm not necessarily expecting like a crazy amount, but still like a pretty like good amount. If you haven't caught on, I've been like all this stuff, by the time I go to edit this video, all this stuff will be listed. So like I'm throwing up screenshots of my listing so you can see like what I end up pricing everything at. And most of my stuff sells within like, basically I have like $10 wiggle room for like each item. So maybe sports bras, since like they're a bit cheaper, it's like $5, but a decent amount of my stuff sells full price, or, you know, like I said, maybe like $10 less than that will be my lowest. Yeah, next up is this just like turtleneck thermal top. It's new with tags from Athleta, and yeah, it's the flurry gradient turtleneck, size extra small, new with tags, which is great. Athleta, I do love selling the newer stuff. The older stuff I don't pick up. Like I come across Athleta basically at every thrift store, but you know, it's not necessarily like the good Athleta, but this newer stuff I love selling. It sells really well. I actually prefer it to like Lululemon. So yeah, anyway, next up we have these leggings. I haven't shown this brand in like a long time. I used to find it like all the time. Now not so much, but this is like a nice pair with like moon phases. It's from the brand Tiki, which is no longer like, they don't make Tiki anymore. It doesn't exist. But it's like made out of like recycled plastic bottles, really popular among yogis. So like now kind of like Niyama Soul and woven threads have kind of taken over like that market, but people still definitely like Tiki. And like I said, it's no longer produced. So like maybe if you were to find it, if you were to like hold on to it for a little bit, like maybe you'd be able to get even more when it's like rarer in the future, or I don't know, like maybe people will just like forget about Tiki. I personally just like list it now, but there are like some prints maybe that are like more rare and more desirable that you can get like a really decent amount for. But yeah, this style, like it's just the regular legging style. It's called the hot pant. I normally get between 35 and 45 for them. The shorts do really well, and the top, honestly everything does well. I don't pick up the capris though, because like I've actually never really come across them. So I don't know how they would do, but the bell bottoms definitely do the best, like over $100. So yeah, that's definitely a bolo, is Tiki bell bottoms. So yeah, next up, this is a great find. They're just not necessarily activewear, but they're always in the leggings section, so I find them. But they're from Spanx. These are just their like leather looking leggings, which always do really well, like well over $50, and like always like a quick sale. So always excited to find Spanx. The seamless stuff does well too, but that like what do you call it, leather like metallic stuff definitely does the best. So yeah, next up are these like marble printed leggings. I know marble was like maybe more in like 2 years ago, but I mean, I think like someone would still want these. They're from the brand Beyond Yoga. I know it's kind of hard to see the logo on this print, but Beyond Yoga, I come across a lot as well, but you know, a lot of times it's older stuff or even flawed stuff. So I only pick up like high-waisted and full length Beyond Yoga, and obviously in good condition. This is like their Olympus legging, which is like their performance fabric. But this space dye stuff, which is like, it's called that kind of because of like the marled appearance, but also because of like, it's just super soft. So yeah, the space dye stuff is definitely like the most popular Beyond Yoga like fabric, and probably sells the best for me, but I mean, that stuff sells well too. So I'm always excited to find Beyond Yoga, but it's like, I wouldn't necessarily consider it a BOLO, because like, it's like, for me, it doesn't, like, it's like one of the leggings I'll list at 45, and then sometimes it'll sell for full price, sometimes I'll get an offer of 40, and then the lowest offer I'll take is 35. So nothing too crazy. I won't pay like more than like $5.99 for them, unless maybe like they're like one of the metallic ones, then like those ones normally I will list higher. But yeah, next up are these pretty basic, just seamless shorts, nothing fancy, but they're from brand Navigation, which is great. I've shown them in past hauls. Another Instagram trendy, like, you know, line. Personally, I see nothing super special about them, but people do really like their stuff. Like the leggings with like the glute contour is kind of what they're known for. So yeah, Navigation though, like some of the stuff, they do like limited launches, and like the stuff sells out fast, and they don't necessarily restock super fast. So sometimes, like, you know, these like secondhand places are the only way you're able to get them. So like, I know in the past you like Navigation resold sometimes for over retail. That's not necessarily the case anymore, like maybe close to retail, but I wouldn't necessarily say over. But yeah, obviously depends on like style though. But for the most part, like I would always like pick up Navigation. I don't really bother looking it up because like I know it'll sell. But yeah, next up are these leggings, some animal print from the brand Varley. Again, the logo is going to be hard to see on this print. But Varley, it's a really pretty decently expensive activewear line. It's some of their styles are sold on Carbon 38 as well. And yeah, if you're unfamiliar with Carbon 38, it's like a luxury activewear, like online, like curated online store, and they also have brick and mortar stores. They actually sell more than activewear now, but they have their own in-house line called Carbon 38. But you know, like I said, they do have a curated selection of other brands. So if a Varley thing that I find was sold on Carbon 38, I'll make 2 listings, one under Varley and one under Carbon 38, because Varley definitely has their own following. So, you know, I would want to list it under Varley, but just like to increase the visibility, I would also make another listing under Carbon 38. But yeah, some brands that are more obscure that were like that style was sold on Carbon 38, I'll just list them as Carbon 38. But Varley is a brand like in Poshmark's brand list, so you don't have to manually type it in. You know, it's easy for someone who's looking for the brand to find it. So yeah, next up we have a skirt, and I like never really pick up skirts just because I don't really pick up, well, like I personally don't wear like activewear skirts. Like obviously I know they're worn like golf, tennis, or even like people wear them for running. But like I don't wear them, and so like I kind of like selling stuff that I like. But yeah, but I did pick up this skirt. It's from Outdoor Voices, which I am like extremely, I pass on it most of the time just because their leggings are like sold at like TJ Maxx now. It's like way oversaturated on Poshmark. You can get like new tag stuff for like 20 bucks on Poshmark. So I definitely pass on it, but there are some styles that are obviously more like that were not sold on TJ Maxx, or like, you know, that are more like maybe they're a limited edition or something. So I would definitely like look up something before you like buy it to resell, just because like I said, the resale value can be pretty pathetic for like those TJ Maxx styles. To be honest, I did not look this up, but skirts like tend to do pretty well for me. And I had an Outdoor Voices skirt dress, like a tennis dress, or I guess you could wear it for like golf. And like it sold really well. It got a ton of attention. It sold for a really decent amount. I forget for how much, but definitely well over $50. So I'm sure someone, that was like a score. It has built-in shorts, which is great. So yeah, and I did get one more skirt. It's just plain black, but it's from Nike and it's new with tags. That's why I got it, was because it was new with tags. The suggested retail was $70. It's a size XXL. So yeah, this does it say? No. So like it doesn't specifically say like Nike golf or anything. So like just, you know, activewear skirt. So we'll see how that does. But next up, oh, so I just mentioned this brand. This is just a nice sports bra with a super cool macrame back. And this is from Carbon 38. They don't have a logo. It just says like, just says Carbon 38 printed on the inside. But yeah, I love selling this collection. This was like a limited edition macrame collection. But yeah, anyway, so I can't remember the name of this bra, but I've sold like leggings and the bras before. Like I said, it was limited edition, so like you can't get it anymore. So like since like the retail is pretty high and like I list it like pretty high, I'm not like, I wouldn't necessarily say it sells fast, but it does like sell for like a really good amount, because like the people who want it are like kind of willing to like pay anything, but they're not like those people that are like constantly looking like for the stuff. So yeah, but this bra though, there were like a few marks like on the inside, so you can't see it from the outside, but just because of that, I'm gonna list it a bit lower, and I'm not expecting like, you know, what I would list it for if it was in like mint condition. But yeah, next up is this bra. It's nothing too special, but it's a Peloton bra. And so it's by the brand like Wear It to Heart, which is with, I think I showed it in like my thrift with me video, because I did come across like a with item. But just FYI, if you do find like a with thing, like non-Peloton thing, this is like their current branding, like this font for their logo. Their old logo had like a circle kind of in it. But yeah, I personally don't pick it up to resell, but if for some reason you want to, I would probably, this is, you can see better here, I would just stick with this like font, this branding. But yeah, anyway, but this is a Peloton bra, so I'll be listing it under Peloton. It does like, I don't know if it's like the fabric, or if it's supposed to be like this, but in my opinion, there is a little bit of wash wear. So like normally like I would probably list this at like 55 and expect like 50 to 55, but like I feel like there is a little bit of wash wear, but definitely still doesn't affect the functionality of it. So I'll probably be expecting like 45 to 50, like a tad bit lower. But yeah, Peloton stuff does like really fabulous. I had like a pair of leggings from that I found, and they sold in less than an hour for $100. So that was a really great sale. I don't know how much I paid for them, under $5 I paid for them. So that's really great, over $100 sale in less than an hour. So Peloton is definitely a bolo. Like yeah, other like personally I don't pick up SoulCycle things, but like other like, you know, gym branded stuff doesn't necessarily do the best, or like maybe it can, I just personally don't really like selling it. So yeah, but the Peloton stuff I will always pick up. But yeah, next up we have these pair of leggings. They're like a ribbed material, I don't know if you could tell, but they are from Beyond Yoga. You can see the logo better on these. So these again are not the space dye fabric, which is like that super soft material. These are like a ribbed material that I've actually never like found before. So I'm curious to see how these will do. But yeah, like I said, love selling Beyond Yoga, one of my like, probably one of my top selling brands. But yeah, oh, this I love selling. I showed this brand just now, but like I love selling this brand. These are just a pair of leggings, but they're from Athleta. And like this is like newer Athleta. So basically you can like tell because on their little tags, it's from spring of 2019. It like says like the second to last line, it says SP19. So spring 2019, and the first number like on top of this little tag, the first number is the style number, so it's super easy to look up whenever you find like Athleta stuff, which is why I love selling it, because like super easy to like find the style name, find your stock photos, and normally it sells really fast for me, which is great. But yeah, next up we have another pair of Spanx faux leather leggings, but these are like an olive color, which is cool. I don't like, obviously I feel like black is like more wearable, so like I don't know that these would do how they'll do, you know, if they'll sell as well as the black ones. But yeah, obviously I picked them up because I definitely am expecting over $50 for these. So yeah, we'll see. Also the velvet leggings from Spanx do pretty well too. I've sold those. So next up we have these leggings. They have like some color blocked detailing on them. This is not necessarily an activewear brand, more of like an outdoors brand. Kodo Epoxy. This is their logo. It's a little, I don't know if it's a llama or an alpaca, but yeah, I believe I found some of their joggers in my thrift with me video, I think it was, and those sold really fast. I listed them at 55, sold via an offer of 45. So kind of expecting the same for these. So yeah, I personally really like the brand as well. These were cool find, I guess. This brand, I don't know, I don't really love selling it, but they're like kind of like these joggers, I guess, because they have cuffs, but I feel like they're more like a tight fit jogger, and they're like made out of legging material. But they're Lululemon, as you can tell. They're size 10, and like these are the Align joggers. And so with Lululemon, like on the size dot, I only, like if I'm thrifting stuff like at actual thrift stores, I only pick up stuff that has like the style number around the size dot, because that stuff was made more recently. Like at the bins, I'll pick up older Lululemon. I won't necessarily sell it myself. I might take it to a consignment store. But since these were like the Align line, which is a really popular, you know, the Align leggings do really well. I like selling those. But yeah, if these were like some more obscure like legging style, I probably wouldn't have picked them up. But yeah, oh, next up, so I got these seamless like snakeskin leggings, and they're actually from Fabletics, which I never pick up at thrift stores just because it doesn't sell for a lot. Well, I will pick up plus size Fabletics at the thrift store, but I never really come across it at thrift stores. But I've been able to sell plus size Fabletics leggings. Like granted, they were new with tags, but I sold them for over $50. I think it was $50 for like multiple pairs, which is like crazy because Fabletics has their like 2 for $25 deal. You know what I mean? So you can get these for like $12 like yourself on Fabletics. But yeah, these are like new without tags, I'm pretty sure. They're a size medium. So yeah, I've like sold these before in like a green color that were new with tags. And so I actually like, because the reason why I had all this new with tags athletic stuff is because I did like some retail arbitrage from them. It was like I basically only got plus size stuff because it can sell for so well. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not expecting a lot for these, but I also got them because they were really cheap. Like for some reason, like the Goodwills, like that day I went, I was like, are you guys like lowering your prices? Because they were only $3.99. And normally leggings are like $5.99, or for some reason they like think they're special, they'll price them at $7.99. But yeah, next, oh, we have yet another Athleta pair of leggings. These are a striped pair, again, a newer style. These are from spring of 2018, which is, 2018 is like my cutoff for Athleta. Like I don't pick up, you know, 2017 or later. But yeah, and then last up, ending with like my favorite thing. I think this is my favorite brand to sell on Poshmark, just because I know I used to say like Carbon 38 or Year of Ours, but like those brands have gotten like pretty saturated on Poshmark, or not necessarily pretty saturated, but there are other listings. Like before I used to be like one of the only people selling it. But yeah, now that is not the case. But this brand is like always sells, like depends on how you price it. But yeah, it always sells really fast and for a really good amount. They're these leggings, they have like this like cutout side detailing. Yeah, they are from Bombshell Sportswear. I posted it on my Instagram when I found them because I freaking love selling Bombshell. Like they definitely have a following. Like the people who like Bombshell are like, they straight up get notifications every time someone posts a Bombshell thing. And so like, I'm not really one of those people that like list stuff for over retail, even though you probably can. So like the leggings, so like with like, if it's just like, I've had like crop tops where it's straight up, there was like nothing special to them. Like it was just like a piece of fabric. Like there wasn't any like cool, even, oh, they were like mesh tank tops, I think. Like it's not like they had like cool cutouts or like a strappy back or something. So I just listed them at like 35 because like, I'm pretty sure retail wasn't crazy, but like the Bombshell stuff, it is like limited edition. It's hard to get your hands on sometimes. And like people like collect the stuff. And so like, those sold instantaneously for like my full asking price. And so yeah, the leggings though, I do list a bit higher. So those don't necessarily sell instantaneously because like I do list them a bit higher, but they always sell for a really good amount, well over $50. The like leggings that kind of look like socks are kind of what they're known for. But I'm sure this style will like do really well as well. So yeah, that was it. That was my haul. Hopefully you enjoyed, and maybe you learned a few new brands. And if you did and you like come across them at the thrift store and like pick them up because like you found out about the brands from me, feel free to DM me a picture on Instagram. People do that all the time and it makes me really happy. So yeah, anyway, you give this video a like as well if you did learn any new brands. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Cheers.